pulling me down, and I can see you now, and I can see you now, and I know you know, and I know that I will be back soon. To you, to you, to you, to you, I will be back soon. To you, be back soon. To you, I will be back soon. I will be back soon.
What's up, guys? I'm on location again, first night here at Virginia Beach. This is pretty much my little last slice of summer before I gotta head off to school here in about 4 days from when I'm shooting this video. So I wanted to do one last review for the summertime. Now, believe it or not, I got this one back in March, so it's been a long time. I've had a lot of time with this one, and I was pretty much looking for the perfect location and setting to review this one. I think I found it. I have some really good stuff to say about this fragrance. I think a lot of you guys are gonna like this. Hidden gem, yes. Underrated, yes. No one really talks about it, yes. It's a niche fragrance and it's gonna be great. So I will catch you back in the morning with the review. Good morning, everybody. Welcome down to the beach. Enough messing around. Let's get right into the review. I've kept you guys waiting long enough. Let's talk about 40 Knots from Xerjoff today. This has to be one of the most underrated fragrances I have ever come across. Pretty much no hype, no press about this one. So I'm really excited to share my thoughts on this one with y'all today. You know what? This one fills a very interesting gap in a lot of collectors' collections or arsenals. We as fragrance collectors, we don't really have a lot of formal summer fragrances. It's kind of hard to find those, or something that smells upscale and aquatic at the same time. It's a pretty difficult combination to acquire or accomplish, because aquatic fragrances are usually really relaxed, beachy, tropical, and they don't smell expensive a lot of times, or they don't smell polished in any sort of way. But my friends, I think I found the answer. 40 Knots right here. This is the upper class aquatic fragrance, if I ever found one or saw one or smelt one. This is really classy and smells extremely luxurious and expensive, and it's just awesome. Really quickly with the presentation, this bottle is pretty much gorgeous. Just look at it from any angle. This beautiful blue beach glass, and this is actually the real blue glass right here. This is the stuff that's pretty difficult to make. It's pretty expensive to make, so that's pretty awesome that they use that. And this is the older bottles. If you'll purchase them nowadays, you'll probably get the ones that have the more rounded top and does not have this kind of spiky part right here. This is a little bit of the older bottle, but nonetheless, the bottles are absolutely fantastic any way you look at it. Sprayer is an absolute monster on this one. Take a look at this right here. Boom! Yeah, straight flames, you know? So let's get into how this fragrance actually smells. It's extremely complex. It has a lot of depth, way more depth than you would be expecting from an aquatic scent. Right away from the top, this has a green, sort of minty, almost menthol kind of appeal. There's this very cooling, sharp greenness. And this fragrance from top to bottom is extremely smooth. Just the quality from Xerjoff fragrances is just fantastic, and it obviously shines through with this one. It just smells extremely smooth, not a rough edge on this one at all. There's also this almost sweet, spicy vanilla in the opening, which is very strange for an aquatic scent. This is where the depth comes in. You know, this has this really smooth, mellow type of a scent, a little bit of a woodsiness as well, and there's almost like this salty, spicy accord that's in here that just gives it this really unique edge, I think, and almost like a slight hint of tobacco, even though there's none listed. I almost get the impression of like someone smoking a nice tobacco off in the distance, and you got maybe the beach and some salt water and some marine growth to your right. That's really what I get from this in the opening. And also there's a fantastic, stunning, beautiful carnation note. This is one of the very few floral notes that I actually like, and it's perfectly balanced and composed in this one right here. It just smells fantastic. It really is complex. It hits you from every single side. You get so much uniqueness, and it's just wonderful. And as this one starts to dry down a little bit, the aquatic notes kind of take over a little bit. You're left with that green sort of feel, slightly spicy, but really these sort of aquatic type of salty, woody nuances start to show their face, and it just becomes super smooth and likable and wearable, and that pretty much remains like that for the life of the fragrance until you get to the very far dry down, and then almost a very soft, smooth amber vanilla with some spices start to come off. And man, this dry down smells really, really sexy. It's very, almost has a nice little smooth sweetness to it, which is very strange. So if you're looking for an aquatic scent that is definitely not your Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, definitely not your Acqua di Gio Profumos or anything like that, check out this one. This is on another level. I've never smelled anything like this. This is one of the most unique fragrances that I have in my collection. This is so special and different and out there. Really took me for a ride. So smell, I enjoy it. I can understand how it may not be everybody's cup of tea. It's definitely different from a lot of other scents out there. And also this one performs like the Hulk, like a beast. This has 14 plus hours longevity on my skin with absolutely great projection. I only go one spray with this, to be honest, just because it's that potent, at least in my experience. So performance is a winner. You don't have to worry about that at all. And versatility, this is where this one comes into play. Spring, summer, you can even wear this in the fall and winter because it has the depth, has the performance. But if, in my opinion, it fits perfectly summer formal events. If ever I'm dressing up in a suit or going out to a nice dinner in the summer, in the evening time, especially transitioning from the heat of the day into the evening, this is the one I'm always going to wear. Or if I'm at the beach like I am right now and I want a nice kind of cool upper class beachy scent, this one is great for that. It just fills such a big gap in a lot of people's collections. I think that's great. I wouldn't trust this in 100 degrees heat because, like I said, it is pretty thick. It has definitely a lot of depth to it, not like other aquatic scents, so you gotta be careful with that. But other than that, man, if you are dressing up in a suit, just like a jacket with a little shirt kind of unbuttoned a little bit, this is the one to go for, I'm telling you. It's gonna keep you cool at the same time, but it definitely unmistakably smells luxurious. And even when I've asked people what they think, they definitely can see that it smells very expensive, is what they say a lot of the times. And you know what, for compliments, this isn't really a compliment monster. I have gotten notices with it, but like I said, everybody's not, I said some kind of mixed reactions. People, I guess, overall like it, but they're not crazy about it like some of the other scents. So just kind of keep that going into mind. At least that's been my experience with it. But other than that, it's just a fantastic, unique scent. And I absolutely love this one. Check this one out if you're in the market for a different aquatic for the rest of this summer that we have left here.
Slamming the keyboard, I'm a mechanic and underachiever. Maybe I'm lazy or maybe I'm changing from introvert to a philosopher. Probably neither. Negative balance, like all of my V's. I hoping to blow up, start working for years. Right up a back when I laugh at the demons. Flying, I soar and I land on my knees. Her face is so warm and I swear I was cheesing. Tucking the Nina, I keep it for reason. Luck running out with my doubts and I need them. Hating my lungs coming out of the speakers. Go, like it's go time. Hope I'm wasting no time. I ain't paying no fine. My brain is a gold mine. Never anonymous. I am not scared of the prophecy. Never maniacal.